Hey y'all, my name is Remy Newton, and this is my impact statement for American government, which I took with Dr. Norell at Chattanooga State Community College during the spring semester of 2020. To begin, I learned a lot of really interesting things about government during this semester. To be honest, I'm not really a political science guru at heart, so I wasn't sure how this class was going to go. But learning about the ratification of the 27th Amendment, or Ted Cruz's marathon filibuster, where he read his daughter Green Eggs and Ham, were really cool to learn about. The simulation we did in class of the Iowa caucus and the skits of the amendments made during the civil rights movement were really cool learning experiences too. But in my opinion, the government material played second fiddle to the experience that was being a student in POLS-1030. This class, from the very beginning, was much more than just your typical American government class. I felt like it was a perspective broadening class. From day one, Dr. Norell asked us to be brave and knock down our walls by naming the group we hate most. In that moment, it was a tough thing to do, but I believe it's only through uncomfortable situations that a person can truly grow. This class wasn't the easiest thing in the world, and not just because of the material, but also because Dr. Norell challenged us to be our best selves each and every day. She challenged us to share our thoughts no matter how reasonable or unreasonable, sane or insane they were. And she always listened, and so did everyone else in the class. And then Dr. Norell and others in the class responded respectfully, and it was really cool. It's really cool when you find yourself in a learning environment where you are not only encouraged to speak up, but everyone wants you to be a part of the conversation. During our class discussions, we were allowed to pass, but almost no one did, because everyone had things to add and everyone felt welcome to add to the conversation. So overall, I really liked the in-class environment, and it impacted me by reinforcing the fact that my voice, as well as everyone else's voice, matters. So speak up and let your voice be heard. And then the wrench got thrown into the plans. The class was going great in person, but then the coronavirus pandemic forced it to move online. But in the face of hard times, Dr. Norell was with us every step of the way. She was flexible with due dates, checked in on us daily, held class discussions via Slack, and even spent much of her own time on Zoom during office hours. She even took the time to write us handwritten notes and send them to our houses for those of us that opted in. I've never been in a 40 to 50 person class that the teacher went above and beyond to make it as personal of a learning experience as Dr. Norell did for us this semester. That really impacted me because it just reminded me that it doesn't take much to be nice or to make a positive impact on someone's day or even their life, so make that effort. Now, I want to talk about the book, Just Mercy. I had seen a trailer for the movie right around the start of the semester, and back then I was like, that's not really a movie I want to see. Because, to be honest, I'm not totally into the social justice genre. Nothing against the genre or its message, but I would much rather spend my time watching an action, adventure, or sports movie. But that's just me. So naturally, I was hesitant about reading the book too, but I'm so glad I did. I don't think the book or its contents necessarily changed my life, but they definitely opened my eyes. They opened my eyes to the harsh reality of the world, but also the power that each and every one of us have to fight for what we believe in. Bryan Stevenson fought for those on death row because he believed in those prisoners and their stories, and he believed it was his duty to fix the wrongs of the criminal justice system. And he was so successful in his fight because he always gave his all. This book reinforced the idea that being good to all people is worth it, and fighting the good fight will eventually be rewarding. And when you find injustice in the world, you can fix it. Relating this book back to the first day of class, as Bryan Stevenson said, we are all better than the worst thing we have ever done. So I asked the question, is it really worth it to hate? So maybe it's come full circle from that day, and now my answer would be sure. I don't like certain groups or I don't like certain people. But I believe if rather than hating people, we listen to their voice, maybe the world would be a better place. It's like how Brene Brown encourages us to not judge one person off something they did because they are a Republican, but then let a different person off the hook for the same thing because they are a Democrat. I think we shouldn't judge people's actions because of the group they are a part of, but rather should listen to them and allow them to make society a better place. Everyone has good in them, we just have to let them show it. This book and class helped broaden my horizons, and that's pretty powerful. Overall, I really enjoyed this class. I learned a lot about American government, but also grew a lot as both a student and a person. Dr. Norell, thank you for being there during these tough times and believing in us all from day one. It allowed us all to grow and enjoy coming to your class, both in person and online, during these history-making times. And finally, thank you to my fellow classmates for sharing your voices and encouraging me to share my own. This class has been a pleasure, and I'm thankful to be a part of it.